Dear students, we are going to discuss the contact process that is used for preparation of sulfuric acid. It is industrial process in the manufacture of sulfuric acid. Here is apparatus that is used for preparation of sulfuric acid is during contact process is represented. Now we can watch here is we in stage first is we know that burning of sulfur with dry air takes place. This is burning chamber. In burning chamber we can see that sulfur dioxide gas to remove. Burning chamber, sulfur dioxide gas is for sulfur dioxide gas is needed to remove impurities such as dust particles, arsenious oxide, vapor sulfur etc. These impurities must be removed, otherwise catalyst loses its efficiency, that is that causes catalytic poisoning. Now we comes in stage 2. First stage occurs in the burning chamber. Now we comes on the stage 2 that is represented here. In stage 2 we can see that mixture of sulfur dioxide. In stage 2 mixture of sulfur dioxide with dry oxygen is combined to form sulfur trioxide, that is gas. Means in this stage conversion requirement catalyst, that is vanadium pentoxide. Pressure should be 1 atmospheric pressure and temperature should be 450 to 550 degree Celsius. Now we can comes on the next stage, on next chamber that is mentioned here. This chamber, this is stage 3rd, that is production stage. In third stage we watch that in this stage absorption of sulfur trioxide in sulfuric acid to form oleum takes place. Sulfur trioxide reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid in this chamber and then formation of oleum will take place here. And at last stage, that is dilution of oleum. Means when oleum formed here, that is H2SO7, that is liquid in form, and when water is added to it, then formation of H2O4, that is in aqueous stage. This is the last stage of production of sulfuric acid. Now dear students, we will observe here overall process that is happening in the formation of sulfuric acid. Now this contact process has been completed. Dear students, again I want to give you summary of the formation of sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid through the contact process is we can watch the setup of apparatus here. In the first case, that is sulfur burning chamber, here oxygen gas is passed into the sulfur burning chamber, and here is iron sulfide ore present, and also then formation of sulfur dioxide gas takes place. Sulfur dioxide contain oxygen is impurity. This can be observed here. And when sulfur dioxide along with oxygen moves into the dust precipitation chamber, due to forcing of steam, dust gets entangled here. Again this sulfur dioxide moves into the next chamber, that is washing chamber or cooling chamber. Here due to moving of spray, sulfur dioxide gets cooled down. Now in the next step, that is drying tower. In drying tower we observe that sulfur dioxide here in due to cooling down of sulfur dioxide condense with oxygen to form sulfur trioxide. Next chamber, that is concentrated sulfuric acid spray chamber. Here that is drying tower. Here when concentrated sulfuric acid spray passes from over upper part, then we watch that sulfur dioxide combined with oxygen then forms sulfur trioxide, that is arsenic purifier chamber. Now after arsenic purified chamber, pure sulfur trioxide moves into the catalytic chamber. In catalytic chamber, sulfur trioxide react with concentrated sulfuric acid. In catalytic chamber, vanadium pentoxide and at the it taken at the temperature 450 to 500 degrees Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure. Sulfur trioxide react with sulfuric acid, then formation of oleum takes place, and due to cooling down due to formation of oleum, and after formation of oleum due to combination with the sulfuric acid, we can see that formation of oleum will take place, and this oleum formed in this last chamber is diluted by adding water. Thus sulfuric acid is obtained through contact process. Now dear student, this contact process has been completed. For giving proper explanation, I have taken second type of animation video for you. Dear students, we are going to discuss chapter 11, that is sulfuric acid. Before starting this chapter, we will know some about its other components that we are going to discuss in this chapter. As we know that sulfur dioxide, first of all, prepared by Joseph Priestley by heating mercury with H2SO4. Now its second time, Lavoisier showed that sulfur dioxide is an oxide of sulfur, and again after some time it is observed that sulfur dioxide is obtained by heating green vitriol. That's why it is called oil of vitriol. FeSO4.7H2, that is green vitriol, which on heating gives Fe2O3 plus sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide along with release of water of crystallization. Now again we can say sulfur trioxide when treated with in water by heating, it forms sulfuric acid. As we know that sulfuric acid is called king of chemical because it is used in large number of industries. Now dear students, we will discuss the first part of sulfuric acid, first compound, that is sulfur dioxide gas. We will study in detail along with their atomic number and mass number. We will study in detail. Dear students, we are going to discuss the different types of compounds of sulfur. First compound, that is sulfur dioxide. As we know that molecular formula of sulfur dioxide is SO2, and its structural formula is, you can watch that the oxygen is bonded with double covalent bond, and other oxygen is bonded with sulfur with coordinate bond, and here is one lone pair of electrons, and we can say that relative molecular mass of sulfur dioxide is 64 amm, that is atomic mass unit. Now where sulfur dioxide is found, we will study, that is called occurrence. It occurs in the free state. As we know that sulfur dioxide occurs in the free state. It is present in the fumes of volcanic gases, means those gases which release after volcanic eruption, that is called volcanic gases. Means we can say that it is generally found in volcanic gases. In traces, means in a small quantity, it is observed that sulfur dioxide is found in the exhaust of certain industrial units when coal or substances containing sulfur are burnt. Now dear students, we will discuss the laboratory preparation of sulfur dioxide. These we know that first method of laboratory preparation, that is by the action of dilute acid on sulfur sulfides or hydrogen sulfides of most active metals. Now we know that what are active metals? Sodium, potassium, calcium, these are active metals. So sulfides of sodium will be Na2SO3. When Na2SO3 will be treated with H2SO4, then formation of Na2SO4 plus H2O plus SO2 will take place. Now, when potassium sulfide is also treated with dilute H2SO4, then formation of potassium sulfate, water and sulfur dioxide will take place. Again, when calcium sulfide is treated with HCl, then formation of calcium chloride, water and sulfur dioxide will take place. So when sodium bisulfide is treated with dilute HCl, then formation of sodium chloride and water along with the release of sulfur dioxide will take place. In next reaction, again we can the reaction of sodium bisulfide with dilute H2SO4. We observe that formation of sodium sulfate, water and sulfur dioxide will take place. As we can watch here, again I want to see you that active metals are sodium, potassium and calcium, and their sulfides of sodium will be sodium sulfide, sulfide of potassium will be potassium sulfide, means K2SO3, and sulfide of calcium will be CaSO3, and bisulfide will be NaHSO3, and bisulfide of potassium will be KHSO3. Now we will discuss the next process. Now dear student, we will discuss the usage of sulfur dioxide. As we know that sulfur dioxide is used in the manufacture of sulfuric acid by contact process. The process of contact process we will discuss later on. Now second process, that is it is also used in manufacture of sodium thiosulfate. As we know that sodium thiosulfate is used in photography. Now third point is it is used is bleaching agent. Bleaching agent to bleach the soft delicate article like silk, wool and other soft cloths. It is used in disinfectant. It is used as disinfectant and household fumigant. What are disinfectant? Disinfectant are those chemical substances which are used to kill germs of our kitchen or toilets, that is used for cleaning it. Now in the household fumigants are those substances which on burning gives special types of fume that kills the germs of our nearby in household. It is used as anti-chlor that to remove excess chlorine, means excess chlorine if it any present in a water, that is used for is sulfuric acid to remove anti-chlor. It is used for refining of sugar because it decolorizes, means removes the color of decolorizes sugarcane color, sugarcane juices color. So as we watch that sugar became white in color. It is also used in refining of kerosene oil. It is used as in refrigerant. As we know that liquid sulfur dioxide is used as refrigerant for cooling agent. Now dear student, we will discuss its test of sulfur dioxide. Today we will discuss some test of sulfur dioxide. First test of sulfur dioxide, that is it decolorizes potassium permanganate KMnO4 solution. Means when sulfur dioxide gas is passed in potassium permanganate solution, its color vanished. Now second test, that is it turns acidified, means acid mixed potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 solution in green. Now next property, that is next test, that is when it is passed through aqueous barium chloride. So aqueous barium chloride solution, that we can barium chloride solution containing chlorine water in it. Chlorine water means chlorine plus water. It produces white PPT. It produces white PPT of barium sulfate. It produces white PPT of barium sulfate. Now we can watch its reaction properly. When barium chloride BaCl2 is treated with sulfur dioxide, when sulfur dioxide is passed in barium chloride solution containing chlorine water, that is Cl2 and water. And then barium sulfate precipitate, white precipitate of barium sulfate is obtained along with release of hydrogen chloride. We will discuss, students, some important reactions of sulfur dioxide. Action with lime water. Lime water, that is calcium hydroxide. When sulfur dioxide gas is passed in lime water, that is calcium hydroxide, it colors changes. It turns milky. That is calcium sulfide. CaSO3 is formed, that gives milkiness color along with formation of water liquid. Now second reaction, when calcium sulfide that is formed in the above reaction, that is milkiness color containing water, when again sulfur dioxide gas is passed in excess, then formation of calcium bisulfite. Calcium bisulfite is formed, that we can observe that it is clear solution, means milkiness color of calcium sulfite has been vanished. Now second type of reaction that is given by sulfur dioxide is addition reaction. When sulfur dioxide gas is combined with oxygen gas in the presence of vanadium pentoxide B2O5 catalyst at the temperature 450 to 500 degrees Celsius, then formation of sulfur trioxide gas will take place. Again, when sulfur dioxide gas combined with chlorine gas in the presence of sunlight, when formation of SO2 Cl2, that is sulfuryl chloride formation will take place. Now dear student, we will discuss the special type of reaction that is called bleaching property. As we know that sulfur dioxide acts as a bleaching agent, means it bleaches or decolorizes the color of vegetables or any organic matter containing particular color that is mixed for doing adulteration. When sulfur dioxide gas, is we know that sulfur dioxide gas decolorizes it only in the presence of moisture. When sulfur dioxide passed in moisture containing substances like vegetables, it decolorizes its color and form sulfuric acid and nascent hydrogen. This nascent hydrogen is responsible for vanishing color of vegetables or any mixed color material and making it colorless, and it is act as reducing agent. Now this topic of sulfur dioxide has been completed. Now we will discuss, dear students, hydrogen sulfide gas. As we know that molecular formula of hydrogen sulfide is H2S and structural formula is a single bond H, and sulfur contain 2 lone pair of electrons, and relative molecular mass of hydrogen sulfide is 34 AMU. Occurrence: it occurs in spring waters, volcanic gases, sewage gases and coal gases. स्प्रिंग वाटर में झरने के पानी में, है ना. नाउ प्रिपरेशन ऑफ H2S. हाउ वी कैन प्रिपेयर H2S? फर्स्ट मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन सल्फाइड इज बाय डायरेक्ट कॉम्बिनेशन. when hydrogen directly react with sulfur powder at 444.4 degrees Celsius temperature, then formation of hydrogen sulfide gas will take place. Now second method is the laboratory preparation method. In laboratory we can prepare hydrogen sulfide gas by treating dilute HCl with zinc sulfide, then formation of zinc chloride and hydrogen sulfide gas will take place. And iron sulfide again when treated with hydrogen chloride, that is dilute form, then formation of iron chloride gas along with formation of hydrogen sulfide gas will take place. Is we know that iron sulfide again treated with dilute sulfuric acid, then formation of ferrous sulfate and hydrogen sulfide gas take place. Is we know that during preparation of hydrogen sulfide gas, ferrous sulfide is preferred because it is cheaper and easy available. So we during the preparation of laboratory we use generally ferrous sulfide for the preparation of hydrogen sulfide gas. Now dear student, we will discuss the third method, that is precipitation of metallic sulfide. Precipitation of metallic sulfide means we can say that this method is also called analytic. In this method, it is as hydrogen sulfide is act is analytical reagent, means it is used for analysis or detect any particular metals. Is we know that hydrogen sulfide react with H2S react with metallic sulfate salts to form reactive metals, metallic salts to form sulfides, metallic sulfide. And these metallic sulfide gives particular specific color in acidic as well or in alkaline solution. Now hydrogen sulfide used in qualitative analysis means to detect the metallic ion. Qualitative means to find out the quality of any substance. It is qualitative analysis. Now in A part of this precipitation method means in the detection of metal we can detect by using acidic medium. We can test mercury Hg2 plus lead ion, Pv2 plus Cu2 plus bismuth 3 plus cadmium ion, arsenic ion gets precipitated in acidic medium. Its reaction we can watch here. When mercurous nitrate is treated with HgNO3 whole twice is treated with H2S gas, means when hydrogen sulfide gas is passed in mercurous nitrate solution, then formation of mercurous sulfide will take place, means it is black color precipitate along with formation of nitric acid. Again, when hydrogen sulfide gas is passed in lead acetate PbCH3COO whole twice solution, then formation of lead sulfide PbS, that is black color precipitate, is formed along with formation of acetic acid. Again, when hydrogen sulfide gas is passed in copper sulfate solution, then formation of black color precipitate of copper sulfide take place along with formation of sulfuric acid. Now dear student, we will discuss the precipitation reaction in the alkaline medium. Now in case of precipitation of metallic sulfides by using analytical, and that is hydrogen sulfide, we will discuss the formation of precipitates in alkaline medium. As we know that cobalt 2 plus ion, manganese 2 plus ion, nickel 2 plus ion, Zn 2 plus ion get precipitated in alkaline medium. Now we can say that in case of when cobalt sulfate CuSO4 is in solution of CuSO4, hydrogen sulfide gas is passed, then cobalt sulfide, that is black color precipitate, is obtained along with the formation of sulfuric acid. And in second case, when hydrogen sulfide gas is passed in manganese dichloride, then manganese sulfide is formed, that is flesh colored. It is flesh colored precipitate along with formation of hydrogen chloride. Nickel chloride, when hydrogen sulfide gas is passed in nickel chloride, then formation of nickel sulfide, that is black color precipitate, will take place along with formation of hydrogen chloride solution. When hydrogen sulfide gas again is passed in zinc sulfate solution, then formation of white precipitate of zinc sulfide, that is white color precipitate in H2 along with formation of H2O will take place. Now dear student, we will discuss the test of hydrogen sulfide and usage. Is we are going to discuss the test for hydrogen sulfide. As we know that first test of hydrogen sulfide, that is very important test, it decolorizes acidified potassium permanganate solution due to reduction. Means we can watch its reaction when potassium permanganate containing sulfuric acid, that is acidified, that's why sulfuric acid mixed here, and hydrogen sulfide gas is formed, then formation of potassium sulfate, MnSO4 magnesium sulfide along with formation of H2O and sulfur will take place. Means it decolizes, it removes the color of potassium
permanganate, certified potassium permanganate. It gives rotten egg like smell. It gives rotten egg like smell. It turns lead acetate paper black. Now we will discuss the usage of hydrogen sulfide. It is used in preparation of metallic sulfide, or we can say that metallic sulfide is used in paint industry for making paint. It is used as reducing agent because it supplies hydrogen for reducing to any other substance. It is used as reagent in a qualitative analysis, means to detect the presence of any metal. Now dear student, we will discuss next part, that is preparation of sulfuric acid. Now dear, we are going to discuss about the sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acids, its molecular formula is H2SO4, and structure formula we can observe that sulfur is joined with two, means we can say two double bond with each oxygen and two coordinate bond with each hydroxyl ion. Now we can see that its relative molecular mass is 98 EMU. Occurrence is, we know that sulfuric acid generally occurs in free state, means we can get it is obtained in generally hot H2, hot water of sulfur springs, where it is found with combination of water and some metallic sulfides. In combined state, it is found in the form of different salts. First salt, that is Epsom salt. In form of Epsom salt, that is MgSO4.7H2. Here you can observe that sulfuric acid is found in the form of Glauber salt Na2SO4.10H2, green vitriol FeSO4.7H2, white vitriol ZnSO4.7H2, gypsum CSO4.2H2, and bar white, that is barium sulfate. It is here, it can be found in combined state. Now dear student, we will discuss the preparation of sulfuric acid. Now dear, we are going to discuss the preparation of sulfuric acid is by dissolving sulfur trioxide in water. When sulfur trioxide is dissolved in water, then formation of sulfuric acid will take place. Now second type of preparation is by action of sulfur with concentrate nitric acid. When sulfur is combined with concentrate nitric acid, here is 6HNO3. On heating, it gives H2SO4 along with formation of nitrogen dioxide and water. By the oxidation of aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide, chlorine or bromine. First, by reacting with chlorine or bromine, sulfur dioxide when treated with aqueous solution of chlorine, then formation of sulfuric acid and hydrogen chloride gas will take place. Again, sulfur dioxide is treated with bromine in aqueous medium, then formation of sulfuric acid and hydrogen bromide take place. Now last preparation method, that is atmospheric oxygen. When sulfur dioxide is treated with atmospheric oxygen that contain water vapor, then formation of sulfuric acid will take place here. Now dear student, we will discuss the manufacture of sulfuric acid by contact process. Dear students, we are going to discuss manufacture of sulfuric acid by contact process. We can observe here the setup has been mentioned. You can observe complete setup of this contact process here. From there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 large chamber and one small chamber. Now we will discuss the overall steps that involve in this process. First step that involve in this process, that is production of sulfur dioxide. As we know that when sulfur react with oxygen on burning, as we can watch in production unit. first production unit, here sulfur dioxide react with oxygen to form sulfur trioxide. Now sulfur trioxide, first of all here form dear students, when oxygen is passed in production chamber, here we can watch powdered ore, that is sulfur. When oxygen react with sulfur, then sulfur dioxide will pass. Now this sulfur dioxide moves into the second chamber. In second chamber you can observe steam inlet, means steam is passed from upper side and sulfur moves from downward side. When sulfur dioxide is passed from downward side and steam is passed from upward side, this we observe that here we can watch that in this condition we watch that the process, that is purification. It is also called it is part of purification unit. Before starting purification unit, we will again discuss the production unit. About production unit is, we know that here is powdered ore in from inlet oxygen gas is passed. When powdered ore combined with oxygen, then formation of iron oxide Fe2O3 will take place along with formation of sulfur dioxide. Now this sulfur dioxide moves from production unit to the purification unit, first part of purification unit. In purification unit, impurities present in sulfur dioxide has to be removed as impurity poison the catalyst and stop the further reaction. Hence the gases are purified as follows. First, now we will step contact tower. We come on contact tower. You can watch third part, that is in contact tower we watch different process. In contact tower we watch that oxidation of sulfur dioxide to sulfur trioxide takes place. Means we can say that when sulfur dioxide react with oxygen in the presence of catalyst V2O5, that is vanadium pentoxide. Here we can watch in the vanadium pentoxide with the help of promoter K2O, potassium oxide, that enhance the catalytic activity of vanadium pentoxide. We watch that formation of sulfur trioxide will takes place along with release of heat. Now we comes on the fourth chamber. That is absorption tower. In absorption tower, formation of oleum will take place. As we can watch that sulfur trioxide moves in the last chamber, and from upper portion concentrated sulfuric acid is passed over sulfur trioxide. We can watch here in the last chamber. We can watch properly. We watch that here sulfur dioxide is moving from lower side and concentrated sulfuric passed from upper side, and here formation of oleum will take place. Sulfur dioxide react with concentrated H2SO4, then formation H2SO7, that is called oleum. Will take place here. Now after formation of oleum, we collect it and add water. Then formation of sulfuric acid will take place. This is called dilution of oleum. After dilution of oleum, sulfuric acid is formed. Now dear students, we will summarize all reactions later. After describing this overall diagram, we will discuss the overall chemical reactions taking place in this process. But before end of this part, we will want to discuss the formation of sulfur trioxide is, we know that sulfur trioxide is not directly absorbed in water as reaction is highly exothermic. Sulfur trioxide does not form a homogeneous mixture with water. A dense fog of sulfuric acid and particle is formed as it may cause disease phosy, phosy, means that's why sulfur trioxide is not directly absorbed in water. Again dear students, watch full diagram that is discussed here. This is the contact process for manufacture of sulfuric acid in industry for industrial use. Now dear student, we will discuss the overall reactions taking place in contact process. Summary of chemical equations. In first case, that is pyrite burner. In case of pyrite burner, when sulfur or pyrite burner, we watch that sulfur in case first reaction is, we know that when oxygen passed on the ore, powdered ore, that is FeS2, then after reacting with oxygen form ferric oxide and sulfur dioxide. This or sometimes due to presence of sulfur in iron with powdered ore, sulfur react with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. Now in contact tower, we watch that oxygen react with sulfur dioxide at temperature of 450 degrees Celsius, and in the presence of catalyst vanadium pentoxide and K2O, that is promoter, then formation of sulfur trioxide will take place. In absorption tower, when sulfur trioxide passed over sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, then formation of oleum, that is H2SO7 take place. H2SO7, that is oleum, is another name of oleum is is pyrosulfuric acid or orthosulfuric acid. Pyrosulfuric acid or orthosulfuric acid. Now we comes on the dilution chamber. H2SO4 when mixed with water, then formation of sulfuric acid will take place. Now dear students, your overall contact process has been completed. Now we will discuss the uses and test of sulfuric acid. We are going to discuss the physical properties of sulfuric acid. Physical property means the property which can be observed from externally. First physical property of sulfuric acid, that is color. As we know that sulfuric acid is dense, syrupy, colorless liquid, and odor. It is odorless, means it has no smell. Taste, it is sour in taste and nature. We can say that sulfuric acid hygroscopic in nature, liquid, means it absorbs moisture from any other substance. Density, pure sulfuric acid, density of pure sulfuric acid is 1.85 gram per cubic centimeter. Boiling point, that is 338 degrees Celsius when 98.3% concentration of sulfuric acid is present. Freezing point, its freezing point is -10.4 degree Celsius. Now solubility of sulfuric acid is, we can say that sulfuric acid is soluble in water in all proportions. Physiological nature, burns skin. It burns skin because it is corrosive in nature. Electrical conductivity, pure anhydrous acid means sulfuric acid is bad conductor, but dilute sulfuric acid is acidic in nature, because in dilute form it forms ions that are responsible for conduction of electricity in aqueous solution. Now dear, we are going to discuss the chemical properties of sulfuric acid. First properties of dilutes. There are, is we know that chemical properties of sulfuric acid depends upon two parts. First one is concentrate form and dilute form. It depends on dilute sulfuric acid and concentrate sulfuric acid. First, A, properties of dilute H2SO4. It is as we know that a diabasic acid means acid which gives two hydronium ions in water is called diabasic acid. Now diabasic acid is formed, so we can say sulfuric acid shows diabasic nature in two steps. First step, sulfuric acid react with H2O, then form hydronium ion and HSO4 minus ion. When again HSO4 react with water, then it forms second hydronium ion and sulfate ion. Now second step property, that is it turns blue litmus paper into red form. It we can watch, that is acidic nature of that, represent the acidic nature of sulfuric acid. It reacts with metal, gives H2 gas, means hydrogen gas. Is we can say that it react with metals that lie above the hydrogen in the reactivity series or activity series, gives a hydrogen gas, because these are highly reactive than hydrogen, so it displaces from, so these metals displaces hydrogen from acid, then they form salt and hydrogen gas. Magnesium when react with sulfuric acid H2SO4, then form magnesium sulfate and hydrogen. When sodium react with sulfuric acid, it forms sodium sulfate and gives hydrogen gas. When calcium react with sulfuric acid, then it forms calcium sulfate and gives hydrogen gas. Now action with bases is, we know that when acid react with base, it forms salt and water. This is called neutralization reactions, means we can say that sulfuric is neutralized acids and gives salt and water. As we know that sodium hydroxide is a base and sulfuric acid is an acid. When sodium hydroxide react with sulfuric acid, then formation of sodium sulfate and water will take place here. Now we will discuss next type of reaction. Now next reaction, that is action with metallic carbonates and bicarbonates. Metallic carbonates and bicarbonates, that we can watch here. When zinc carbonate and sulfuric acid, when zinc carbonate and sulfuric acid react with, zinc carbonate and sulfuric acid react with each other, then formation of zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas along with the evolution of carbon dioxide will take place. Again, when sodium carbonate treated with, that is metallic carbonate treated with sulfuric acid, then dilute sulfuric acid, then formation of sodium sulfate along with formation of water and carbon dioxide will take place. Again, when sodium bicarbonate, that is metallic bicarbonate treated with sulfuric, dilute sulfuric acid, then formation of sodium sulfate, water and along for release of carbon dioxide will take place. Action with sulfides and bisulfides. Metal sulfides, that is sodium sulfide, when treated with dilute sulfuric acid, then formation of sodium sulfate and water will take place along with the release of sulfur dioxide gas. Again, when sodium bisulfide is treated with sulfuric acid, then formation of sodium sulfate, water and sulfur dioxide evolution will take place. Now dear student, we will discuss the next properties. Now dear students, we will discuss the property of concentrated sulfuric acid, that is non-volatile nature. Being strong and non-volatile acid, it forms weak and volatile acid, means we can say that sulfuric acid is a strong and non-volatile acid. When it react with any salt, then it form weak and volatile acid, is we can see through example. When potassium chloride react with sulfuric acid, on heating gives potassium bisulfate and hydrochloric acid that is formed is weak and volatile acid, means it gets vaporized on heating. Now second reaction, sodium acetate treated with sulfuric acid, concentrate solute on heating gives sodium bisulfate and acetic acid. Here acetic acid is also a weak and volatile acid, as we know that all organic acids are weak in nature. And second criteria is sulfuric acid act as a dehydrating agent. Being a strong dehydrating agent, it removes water molecules from any compound. It forms the particular product. First base, when it dehydrates, sulfuric dehydrates formic acid, then carbon monoxide will form HCOO, that is formic acid. On heating with concentrated sulfuric acid, dehydrate carbon monoxide and gives dehydrates carbon monoxide by removing water molecule. Now second dehydration of oxalic acid, we can observe here formation of a mixture of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide will take place, that is COOH, single bond COOH, that is carboxylic acid, oxalic acid. On heating with concentrated sulfuric acid, it dehydrates and form carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and water vapor. Dehydration of ethanol to ether is also an example of dehydration of ethanol with the help of sulfuric acid. We can watch here ethanol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid at temperature 160 to 170 degrees Celsius forms ethene. That is the product, means it here also water molecules is removed out. We can write it by keeping nearby it, but in your book it is not represented, but you can, if you want to show, you can write here H2O. You can write here H2O for representing this reaction correctly. Okay, now we can watch next reaction. Now dear students, we can watch next dehydration property of carbohydrates such as glucose, sugar and cellulose. As we know that glucose with concentrate sulfuric acid dehydrates to gives a spongy mass of carbon, that is black color carbon, and for along with removal of water molecule. Again we can watch that this is sugar. This is sugar C12H2211 with the at temperature with the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid dehydrates to gives sugar charcoal, that is black color sugar charcoal, along with the release of water molecule. Now dear student, we discuss the to prove the blue withdrawal. Blue withdrawal contain water. We will discuss here is we know that blue withdrawal, that is CuSO4.5H2O contain water of crystallization. Here we have to prove that blue withdrawal contain water of crystallization. For proving we have to take a test tube containing copper sulfate, hydrated copper sulfate CuSO4.5H2O, and on heating set up this test tube on the stand and put burner below the test tube. On heating copper sulfate losses water of crystallization, in the form of steam, and this steam on cooling gets condensed to form water droplets. This water droplets can be collected in the beaker. This proves after heating blue color of copper sulfate gets lost and white color copper sulfate remain left. This proves that copper sulfate pentahydrate, or that is called blue withdrawal, contain water of crystallization. Now we discuss about the oxidizing nature of sulfuric acid. As we know that concentrated sulfuric acid act as a strong oxidizing agent because it decomposes to give nascent oxygen. That is newborn oxygen, which oxidizes the substance. For example, we can take non-metals means we can say that concentrated sulfuric acid oxidizes non-metals. Carbon is non-metal. When concentrated sulfuric acid treated with carbon, then carbon dioxide, water and sulfur dioxide is formed. Here we can say that carbon oxidized to carbon dioxide. Now metal, that is copper, which react with concentrated sulfuric acid and form copper sulfate, water and sulfur dioxide. Here we can say that copper oxidizes to, in case we can say that here copper oxidizes to copper sulfate. And in case of hydrogen bromide, when that is inorganic compound, when treated with sulfuric acid, then formation of bromine, water and sulfur dioxide will take place. Here hydrogen bromide is oxidized to bromine, means. Now dear students, this portion of chemical property of sulfuric acid with concentrate sulfuric acid has been completed. Now we will discuss the test of sulfuric acid. Now dear student, we discuss the test for sulfuric acid. First of all, we will discuss the test for dilute sulfuric acid. When test of dilute sulfuric acid with barium chloride. Is we know that when dilute sulfuric acid is added with solution of barium chloride, then when hydrogen chloride and a white precipitate of barium sulfate is obtained. Now second test, that is with lead acetate. When concentrated sulfuric acid is treated with lead acetate, then formation of acetic acid and a white precipitate of barium sulfate is obtained. Now dear student, we will discuss the test of sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric test for concentrated sulfuric acid. For testing concentrated sulfuric acid, when concentrated sulfuric acid treated with copper pieces, then we observe that formation of copper sulfate will take place along with the release of sulfur dioxide, that is pungent suffocating gas which turns acidified potassium dichromate into green color. Now second reaction with sodium chloride. When concentrated sulfuric is treated with sodium chloride at temperature below 200 degrees Celsius, then we watch formation of sodium bisulfate along with a release of hydrogen chloride gas will take place. And again hydrogen chloride gas, when for testing hydrogen chloride gas, when hydrogen chloride gas is added with brought near the sodium hydroxide solution, then ammonium chloride will form, that is Nausadar. It is called Nausadar. Its color is white, dense fume is formed. Now dear student, we will discuss the usage of sulfuric acid. First use of sulfuric acid is in chemical industry. We know that sulfuric acid is used in industries for preparation of hydrogen chloride, nitric acid and phosphoric acid PO4 and sulfates in large quantities. Second use of sulfuric acid is used as in lead storage batteries for recharging it, for storage of electrical energy into chemical energy. Now we can say that our next use is in metallurgical process. We know that metallurgy is the process of extracting pure metal from their ores. Means we can say that it is concentrated sulfuric acid used in extraction of metals from their ores. Now we can say that next use in oil refining. We know that concentrated sulfuric acid is used in refining of petrol, kerosene and other lubricants. Sulfuric acid is also used in fertilizer industry for preparing ammonium sulfate and superphosphate of lime in large scale, that is used by farmer for growth and development of plant, is used in fertilizer industry. Dyes, drugs and pigments and paints. Sulfuric acid is also used in preparation of these products: dyes, drugs, pigment and paints. Explosives. We know that sulfuric acid is also used in preparation of TNT, trinitrotoluene, that is an explosive, along with picric acid, that is also an explosive substance, and here sulfuric acid is used for preparing of these substances. Dehydrating or drying agent. Now we can say dehydrating agents are those agents which removes the water molecules from any substance, and drying agents are those substances which makes dry to any substance by absorbing it but not removing. Means we can say that it is used in both cases, dehydrating as well as in drying agent. Laboratory reagent. We know that concentrated sulfuric acid or direct sulfuric acid both are an important reagent that is used for testing different types of chemical test. So these are used in laboratory. Dear students, your chapter has been completed. I hope you will watch this video properly and read your chapter properly, so that you can understand this chapter properly and learn questions by questions answers of exercise. Thank you very much.